Merch Minds Podcast, episode 106. My name is Glenn with Hustler Hacks YouTube channel. Young is here.
Oh yeah, I'm here, Glenn. I'm
He's
here.
wearing a thick coat.
I just got home a few minutes ago, man. I got my heater going. I'm here, man. I'm here in San Jose, dog. This is where I've always been.
So everybody can know what's going on.
This is where I've always been, homie. I'm here in San Jose. Where you at, man?
I just got back.
Where you at, homie?
El Paso.
Oh, you're in El Paso now. Okay. I got a bone to pick with you, man.
I figured this was gonna happen.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Okay.
For those of you guys that don't know, I love Glenn. He's my boy. But I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm gonna call you out on the show. You only call me when you need something.
That is not true.
You only call me when you need something. So last week, Glenn calls me. He's like, "Hey, man, okay," and tell me if I'm lying. He goes, "Hey, man, I'm gonna be in San Jose because eBay invited me and Ken. We need to stay at your place."
No, I asked.
Well, hold on.
And I offered money. So go ahead.
Hold on. You did not offer me no money. I was like, "Hey, man, I don't have a problem with you staying at my place, but the problem is I'm out of town. I was up in Sacramento. I was up in Sacramento visiting a friend, and I was like, but I'll be back Wednesday." I'm like, "When you getting in?"
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, well, I get in on Tuesday." And I'm like, "When you leaving?" He goes, "I leave on Thursday."
Yes.
I was like, "Okay, well, I'll get back in town on Wednesday." I'm like, "Let's link up then." He goes, "Okay." So I get home Wednesday, late afternoon. I send him a text message, and he responds like 2 hours later saying, "Oh, I'm still with eBay." I'm like, "Okay, well, just message me when you get done." Nothing for the rest of the evening. He messages me Thursday morning, the day that he's leaving, saying, "I was with eBay." And that was it. I never heard from him again. And then next thing I know, the freaking guy is doing eBay Live. Okay, so first of all, you're doing Time Magazine. You're doing eBay Live. What are you doing next, man? What, you going to be featured on Playboy? I'm going to tell you this right now, Glenn. You go to the Playboy Mansion without me, we're done. We are done if you go to the Playboy Mansion without me. Okay, it's not going to be called Merch Minds no more. It's going to be called Merch Mind. I'm done.
All right, I can take you, I suppose.
Is that pretty much what happened?
Well, here's the thing.
What happened?
I did.
Okay. Now we're gonna hear your side of the story.
Okay,
I wanted to hang out with my boy. I was like, "Yo, man, Glenn's in town." Nothing.
I know, and here's the thing. I do feel bad. I did want to hang out. I even have the text here, and I told him, where was it? Actually, it's on DM. Actually, it's on Messenger. I told him everything should be good to go unless it runs late with eBay, and then sure enough, it did. So eBay ended up taking us like to go eat and drinks and stuff. So
you can't call me. I want to eat and drink with eBay.
It was on. I don't know. We can bring guests. They didn't tell us.
Hell, hey, look, man, look. You're hustler hacks. You can bring
whoever the hell you want.
You're hustler hacks.
If I tell him Young's gonna be there, Young's gonna be there. Damn it. And yeah, that's what happened. Next day, I was like, we left early and tired from the last.
When'd you get back home? When'd you get back?
What's today? Tuesday? I got back on Sunday. From Sunday? Because we went from San Jose to San Diego.
And for the listeners, that's why there was no show, because we were supposed to do a live show. Again, I didn't get no phone call from Mr. Hacks. He's getting fed and being served drinks by eBay. Huh? No show. I get no call. Nothing. I thought we were boys.
Young did get some texts. I'm seeing it here.
What? I got what?
I said your text. I'm looking at it now.
Oh! I got the same text, man. I'm looking at it now. It says, I was with eBay all day, and this is the day that he's leaving. I got you, man. I got you.
Don't worry. I'll be back in San Jose. I'll buy you.
I don't want you back. I don't want you back in San Jose.
And we'll maybe I'll feed you a nice warm meal and pay
Ah,
for that
man.
too.
You know what? You're full of empty promises. I've heard it all before. I've heard it all. Um, you want to go over our numbers?
Yes, sir.
All right.
You
My
want to go first?
last. Yeah, I'll go first. Let me go first for once, Glenn.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you can't hog all the attention. Let me go
Okay,
first.
go ahead.
Um, my last 7 days, 123 shirts sold. Product purchases, $2,667.98. Two returns. Estimated royalties, $534.45. So, um, a significant spike in sales. What are your numbers like?
They did go up, but actually kind of similar to yours. Product sold 163. Only
Mhm.
bad part, 12 returns.
See, that's not bad though. I mean, because you're selling over 100 though.
Yeah, but you had two.
Yeah, but I mean, that goes up and down. But so what's your estimated royalty?
$522.48.
Hey, so let me ask you something. What was your sales on this past Thursday? Did you see a spike, a significant spike last Thursday?
Thursday, which would have been the
Which would have been the day that you left San Jose.
I need an actual date though. 18th.
I don't have the day in front of me, man. You're the
Okay,
one.
okay. Oh,
You're
15th.
Mr. International.
15th. Right? Looks like probably at least like 25 sales. A little bit better than normal.
What would you say your average is?
At least now, maybe like 15, maybe.
15. So you saw a slight spike in your sales last
Yeah.
Thursday. And the reason I'm asking is because I'm doing about 15 a day too.
Okay.
Last Thursday, I don't know what happened, but I sold 50 shirts.
So they turn on the switch.
Well, it was weird. So I thought maybe it was just so it went through the roof, right? My sales went through the roof. And then I was talking to RJ,
Yeah.
and he was telling me the same thing. He goes, "Yo, something weird is happening. My sales are through the roof, right?" And that was on Thursday. After Thursday, he said his sales went back to normal, which is, I mean, and I don't know what his average is. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, and this is just my own personal theory, I'm thinking Amazon did something. Okay. I'm now 1000% convinced, even though Amazon is not going to admit it, I'm 1000 convinced that they are doing some kind of a throttling because there's no reason for why both me and RJ sales would have spiked that one particular day and then
So
go back down to normal.
didn't we already do an Alex Jones conspiracy theory
We did.
Amazon video?
That was
And
that
here
was
we
that
are
was
again.
that was a year and a half ago. But that's my theory. I think again, even though Amazon says that they're not going to do any throttling, there's no freeze, and while that might be the case, I'm convinced that they are doing some kind of a throttling because again, there's no reason why our numbers should have spiked that high and then go back down again.
Maybe
So
some for some reason people how do you get people to make sales? Let's understand.
I don't know. That's the thing, right? That's the reason why I'm a little confused, and that's why again, that's just my conspiracy theory, if you want to say that. Because again, that's I mean I don't know what they did. I don't know. I don't know if they even did anything.
Yeah.
I'm just 1000 convinced that they are somehow throttling it, even though they're not admitting to it.
All right. We're gonna have to get someone on Amazon then, and then you can let them know this is what you think
That's
and
just my
what's going
personal
on.
theory.
Yeah.
That is my
Well,
personal
fine. In the
theory.
comments, people can let us know how was their Thursday, November 15th sales.
Hmm.
Let us know in the
Absolutely.
comments.
Let us know
Yeah.
because yeah, for some reason that particular day just everything just skyrocketed. Let's see. Hey, I don't know when you were here if you experienced the air quality here in Northern California because there's a California wildfires right now up north.
Hmm.
Were you able to experience that
A little bit. It
a little
wasn't
bit?
as
Okay.
bad, but it was a little bit.
Okay. Well, things I think last Friday, last Saturday, things were really bad. It's still a little smoky outside. I'm maybe about a couple of hours, maybe 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours away from where the fire is.
Yeah.
Um, but the smoke did travel down here, and they were saying that the air quality is really, really bad right now. People are walking out, they're walking around with the mask and everything, and just wanted to just really send prayers and good thoughts to the people in paradise. I know Southern California, in Malibu, they're having their own fire, but um, I think last I read, 79 people dead,
Yeah.
and
I
over
read that too.
over 700 people missing. So
Yeah.
not good, not good. And just sending some good thoughts and thanking all the first responders, because man, I can't imagine losing a house or anything like that. And actually, my dad, I talk about my father a lot. He had his own business, and he did lose his business a while back due to fire.
Oh man.
And it was due to arson. Fortunately, we were able to rebuild, but that's something that I've personally experienced, and yeah. So I mean, we joke a lot on the show, but at the same time, we do care about the community. So thoughts to um, the people in Northern and Southern California.
Yeah.
Um, so since you were at eBay,
Hmm.
um, any talks about the new integration with Printful?
Someone had asked me that question, and we actually didn't really talk much about that. And
I bet you they
actually,
probably didn't even know. I'm
yeah,
assuming, right?
because it actually came in on the live. We did a live on Wednesday, and someone asked that
You did
question.
another live?
I did do a live on
How
Wednesday.
many freaking lives you do?
I, probably like they have me do a podcast thing too. So I think I did like three,
You did a
and
podcast too?
that's what they had me do when I was here.
Yo, we need to talk behind the scenes, man. Um, but
And
you did
someone
a
had asked
live.
that question when I was there live, and they asked like, "What do you think about eBay Printful integration?"
Hmm.
And also asking like eBay reps, and they didn't really know too much about it actually.
Yes,
Like,
doesn't surprise me that they don't know, because it seems like whenever a big company like Amazon or eBay, whenever they launch something new like that, it seems like the word doesn't get around, and the employees don't even know, right? It
yeah,
takes at least a half a year before they start realizing, oh, we're doing that. Anyway, so for the folks that don't know, Printful, I think it was last week, right? They announced, or maybe even about a week and a half ago, they announced that they now integrate with eBay. And this is just my own personal thoughts. Um, I've always considered eBay, as a eBay seller. I find that the eBay market is really cheap, right? It's somewhere where you
yeah,
can go and find relatively cheap items, right?
mhm.
Sometimes you pay a premium because it's a one of a kind item, but I think it's fair to say for the most part that the eBay market is relatively cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
So I'm all on board with the whole integration, but with that said, like after I saw that announcement, I went on to eBay and I was looking at some of the t-shirts that are listed, and some of the prices are so low. How are we supposed to compare and compete when printful prices are so high, right?
yeah. And the deal
So
is with that too is that there's so many like I'm kind of surprised too. It's because eBay does have a lot of, off non-officially licensed things that people
mhm.
are also making. So you probably could get away with extra stuff, maybe, but they're kind of, I mean, there's so many of them, and it's just weird seeing it on eBay because, it could just get flooded so quick. And
Right.
yeah, it's just, I don't know. Overall, it's kind of weird, but I haven't seen as many as maybe I haven't really done as much searching as I probably should have.
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, I went on eBay and I was looking at some shirts, and people are selling the like brand new T-shirts for like 15.99, And if I recall, I think like a bill of canvas on Printful, my price would be like $9 or $10,
Yeah.
right? So after listing fees and eBay fees, it's like, what is my take home profit going to be? Like $1? I mean,
Well,
so
it's
is it even
still the standard 10% eBay fee plus the PayPal fee.
plus the
But as
PayPal
far
fee?
as the Printful,
It's just,
everything.
it's just, like I said, I was kind of glad that I saw that whole integration announced, but then the more I think about it, is I don't know if it can. I don't know. It's like I don't think we can. I mean, unless Printful lower the prices sometime in the near future, I don't see eBay being a good marketplace to do print on demand.
Yeah, I think that'd be tough. It's just a totally different market. Like
It is.
I don't even know if people will really be searching that much for that on eBay, would they? I don't know.
I don't know.
For
I
the
don't know.
t-shirts and everything. It just seems like people would rather get like I think unique items like that from Etsy. Um,
Yeah.
just because they're totally different, but who knows? I mean, maybe it's worth just trying and seeing, but
Yeah, and then I remember, and then Jeff Davison made a comment like, "Well, it's true, that you're not going to make that much money, but it's passive income, and if I even just make $1 not doing anything, I'm okay with that." And maybe
yeah,
I'm paraphrasing exactly what he wrote, but I'm just like, but still, it's just like I don't know. Me, I just think that's not the place to do print on demand unless you can find a cheaper um, company to fulfill my orders,
yeah,
or Printful just lowers their prices. I
yeah,
don't see eBay being a good marketplace for something like that.
yeah. I mean, who
Uh,
knows? I guess let us know if someone's already trying it. Let us know in the comments, and we can.
yeah, if you guys are definitely doing it, let us know how it's working out for you. I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but we'd love to hear some feedback from you guys.
Yeah.
Let's see. Um, that me, RJ, Matt Carlett, and Matt Sheeran, we have a new show
Yes,
called
sir.
the Average Joe Show, and it's more to just really uh, give actionable feedback to people about their designs and listings. And we're 2 episodes in, and we've gotten some pretty good feedback. So um, this week, obviously being Thanksgiving, we're not going to have the Average Joe show, but we'll be back after this week. Black Friday is coming up.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
are you are you excited?
I'm excited. I'm trying to do my homework on some of this stuff. I don't know. We're gonna see what I end up getting, but it's hard for me to do. It's actually hard for me to go back to like FBA type of stuff. So I don't even know if I want to do that or not.
Sure, sure. But
Uh,
but I mean, as far as print on demand, though.
yeah, print on demand. I mean, we're still pumped about that. I mean, I think I'm probably able to see some. So I guess going backwards. I mean, so my wife's not working with the family business anymore. So
Hmm.
now we're trying to get everything ready for next year. So I am excited, of course, for Q4 print on demand and eBay and shoe sales and stuff. But I'm kind of just excited for next year because I really want to get everything. I think I have more time on both platforms.
Right.
Starting in January. So I think overall, I'm just more excited about that.
I know you and I talked about this in private behind the scenes, but is your wife going to be involved in the business more? Do you think?
Definitely for like eBay sales and sneaker stuff, but as far as print on demand, not really.
No. So how would she be more involved with the eBay business, just helping out with the shipping and stuff?
Yeah, most of it's gonna be like, taking photos and all the shipping, handling taking the boxes, post office or UPS or whatever it is. Some more of those type of things. Even right now, while I've been gone out of town, she's been doing the shipments, so that's been helping out.
So then, would you spend more time sourcing,
Um,
therefore adding more revenue to your business?
yeah, I'm gonna spend more time sourcing. Like I talked to you before, like I'd rather go out of town and do more sourcing trips.
Right. Right.
But then I also want to create like, back to doing just like a merch schedule. Like, I was spending at least 4 to 5 hours a day. I want to get back into that. And probably now that I'm gonna have the mornings free, I'm gonna try to get that, every morning, like a set schedule down to like knock out
Hmm.
designs. So
Cool.
Yeah, try
Cool.
to do that next.
Let's see. And just real quickly, I don't know. Um, I don't know if you saw the big, all that noise in the big group. But there was a lot of commotion the last couple of days. People complaining about products and services within the merch community. And I just kind of wanted to talk about that before we get into the main topic here. Um, and this is, did you see that thread?
I did not see it. Well, you got to fill me in because now I want to know what's going. What are they
Okay.
complaining about?
Well, there people are complaining about products, services, people selling niche. Was it niche or niche? If Josh was here, Josh Brown, he would go nuts if I said niche. He swears that it's niche. When people sell niche research lists and all that, they were complaining about just products and services like that in general.
Okay.
Um, and my thing is this: look, I shouldn't even have to say me, we promote some stuff here on the show, right? Um, and I'm being completely honest with all the listeners. Like everything that we promote, we at some point used and we promoted it. There are products that I will say that we no longer promote because we either no longer support it, or they've gone out of business, or whatever the reason may be, right? Um, But I can guarantee you, whatever that we promote, we've used it, we liked it, and we think it would benefit you guys within your business. Now, and here's the thing, like when in any, like whether you're doing merch, drop shipping, eBay, FBA, private label, whatever freaking business you get into, this just comes with the territory. Okay, that's just how it is. And if you guys don't like it, I don't know why it's so hard. Just don't buy it. Yeah, it can be a little annoying with all the Facebook ads and everything, right? Don't buy it. If it just bothers you that much, just don't even log into Facebook then, right? Because look, that's just how it is, man. If you guys don't like being marketed to, okay, because look, just don't even wake up in the morning because look, at the end of the day, we're being marketed to 24 hours a day from the second you wake up to the second you go to bed. That's just how it is. That's just reality. You're gonna be marketed to. You're gonna be trying sold on products and services. Some of them, I think they're cool. Some of them I won't promote. I swear to God, man, I get an email from Hungry JPEG at least once a month asking me to promote the product. I don't promote them though because I never use them,
Yeah.
right? And I don't know. Let me get your opinion.
Well, my only thing is, I get it why people don't like it, I guess because they don't know who to trust. And a lot of internet marketers have ruined that because there's a lot of bad ones with a bad rep that really just want to make money off of you and don't care if the product is good or not. They just want your money, and they'll promote and sell things that they have not only have they have never used, they have no clue what it's even about.
Hmm.
And that's what I think people hate about the full internet marketing thing, as far as like, hey, buy this and buy that. Now, I do see it on your side as far as like, just ignore it. I've ignored, a lot of like pitches and stuff, whether it's promoting or buying, and just continue, doing what I do. But I don't know. There's just a mixture between good and bad out there, and that's what probably makes things skeptical. Here's my question though: you're talking about lists as far as like research and things like that. What about like vector packs and stuff like that? How do you feel about that?
Well, again, I think, like you said, I think people should just do their homework, right? Like, who are they buying from, right?
Yeah.
Are they reputable, right? And I'm a good example, right? I have an ebook, right?
Yes.
And yeah, I made some money off the ebook, but you know what? At the same time, I probably freaking gave away as much copies as I sold, right?
Yeah.
I gave away 100 copies at the conference. Ken reached out to me and said, "Hey, can you give out free copies to the members of my trademark group?" I did that, right? So I've lost money there. So for me, it's just my thing is like, do your homework. Who are the people that's offering these products and services? It's not really that hard to do research. Are they reputable? Do they know what they're talking about? As far as the vector packs, it's just again, it's just if it's a reputable company that you're buying from, I guess especially for the non-designer, I think they're beneficial. Um, but at the same time, I think it's really just up to the people to just do their own research,
Well, I
right?
guess because there's people that make money selling on merch, and there's people that make money selling things for merch.
Right. Well, and that's what this whole topic's about, right? It's like about people offering products and services.
But I guess my deal is, why would I buy a product and a service from someone that's not selling on merch or
But you don't
doesn't
know that.
really know much about
But you
merch?
don't know that. That's why it's up to the buyer to do their
Yeah,
research.
do the research on this person, whether they're, and get feedback from other people. I mean, the
And get
people are going to
feedback.
tell you if it's crappy or not.
Absolutely. And and there's there's people out there, they know what they're talking about. And there's some people, you could be like, well, who the hell is this person and where the hell they come from?
Yeah, usually with those, they come and go. Like they're here for a little while and then they just like disappear.
Hmm.
And you're like, hey, what happened to that other guy? And then you're like, oh yeah, that was hilarious when he was here. And then it's just like gone.
Right. Oh, they're long gone. I don't know where they went.
I
I
know.
don't know where they went. But yeah, so there was all this big commotion in the big group about products and services, and it's just my thing is like, just if it bothers you that much, just turn it off. Just go away. Don't buy anything. No one's forcing you. Like me, I'm just I'm one of those guys. I'm willing to try stuff. You know that, Glenn, right?
Yeah.
I'll buy every damn Chrome extension known to man, and if it works for me, I'm gonna promote it. If it doesn't, I'll never mention it again.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so the main topic we're gonna, and this is it's kind of sad that we have to make this into a whole topic
I
because
think
you
it's
and
gonna
I,
be good.
because we talked about this in previous shows, right?
Yeah.
But I swear, man, people don't listen. Okay, and we're talking about communicating with your designer. Okay, and what I'm referring to is, and I've said this I don't know how many times. I have this local kid who's been doing some designs, and I've been offering his services to the community. And people have been reaching out to me and said, "Hey, I want to hire him." I'm like, "That's great." And I give them specific instructions. Everything's right there in black and white for them to read, right?
Yeah.
Um, but for some reason, they don't follow instructions. Like they don't read everything, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that I say in my instructions is, if you don't give me everything in detail, I'm just going to give him the freedom to use his creativity, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not going to single out this person, but actually I am, because that's the whole reason why we're talking about this show. But you know what? But don't take it personal, because this is the only way that I can communicate with you guys is through the podcast. So don't take this personal. But this person hired, the kid. I always call him the kid. Hired the kid, and I swear to God, Glenn, I can show you the email. She wrote, "Design this particular character on a motorcycle."
Okay.
That's all she wrote,
Okay.
right? And I can show you my instructions that I sent to her that just says everything in detail. Let us know what you want. Otherwise, I want to give him the freedom to use his creativity. She literally sent me like a 2 sentence email saying, "Design me a character on a motorcycle." I'm like, all right, fine. I passed it on to him. He did a mock-up, right? And mind you, he's doing all this from scratch, right?
Yeah.
He designed it. It was a character on the motorcycle, just like she asked. She goes, and I submitted it to her. She goes, "Oh, that's not the type of motorcycle that I want. That's a cruiser. I want more of a crotch rocket. Can you please revise it?"
Okay.
I'm like, "Yeah, I can revise it, but you know what? The problem is you should have communicated that to me when you first hired me." And again, please don't take this personal. That's not what I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it's like when there's a lack of communication there, right? And then he does the work from scratch, and it's not easy, right? It'll take him a few hours to do it. And you've seen some of the stuff that he does, right? It's
Yeah.
high end. And then for you to come back and say, "Oh, that's not what I wanted," well, then that's on you because you didn't communicate. So I told her, I was like, you know what? That's a pretty significant revision. I mean, if it was like, oh, well, maybe change the color, or maybe can you just add this one simple thing here, he'll do it, no problem. But when you're asking him to change a completely different element of the graphic, well, that's going to cost you extra,
Yeah.
right? So I don't know, man. It's like, we talked about this in the past, and I feel like we need to dedicate a whole show about this. Like, what do you think? You're a graphic designer.
Well, this is why I think it was a good topic, because I kind of wanted to just go back to even my like full-time designer days on like my instructions and or I guess tasks on how they visioned things from I guess like a client's perspective. And my client would actually just be like my boss reviewing these things, because
Hmm.
I mean, because they're the ones telling me like, yeah, this is good, but do this as far as like these changes or do those changes.
Sure.
But in reality, the client should probably be the people that are actually going to look at this thing and try to figure out like, what does this piece mean? Like, where do I go from here? In my case, like I had to design like school catalogs as far as like classes, when classes are, or like brochures for the university, and things like that. And I would get instructions like this is good. I love it, but you
But
just got to make it pop.
and what does that even mean? We've talked about this. What does that mean when people say make it pop?
I'm like, that's like one word. If you really want to get a graphic designer mad, that's one word you can use that will probably get you zero clients after that, because or zero designers after that, because that word, I have no clue what that means. Um, and oh man, I just hear it so many times. I would get other what else would they want to see? Like I just want it to be, I want it to stand out more, bolder.
Hmm.
And the same, I guess they kind of meant pop as far as that. But when you tell me pop, like, I mean, I could make, let's say in your case, let's say someone's designing a t-shirt, you make a like full color design on a black shirt. Would that pop more because it's like a dark background and bright colors on the front? Probably. But what you think pop might mean something totally different to somebody else. That's why you're saying, for example, that they say, "Hey, make this motorcycle, but really I want it to be this kind of motorcycle." Yeah, that's going to be difficult to redraw a totally different type of motorcycle. Um, Man, I don't even know. I'm trying to think what other terms that they would tell me as a designer what to do. Anything else they would tell you as far as?
No, and then one thing that I have in my set of instructions, I tell them, please send me 3 examples, right? Like for instance, like when I hire the kid, I always give him 3 examples of what I'm looking for, right? Whether it's artistic styles or just the type of thing that I'm looking for, right? Elements. Um, I always do that. So when I tell people, I was like, hey, well, do the same thing. Send me 3 examples, right, of the type of artistic style that you want or any graphic elements that you want in your design.
Yeah.
Send those to me so I can pass that on to him. Some people send me one, some people send me 4 or 5, which is good, right? That
Mhm.
means they're really detailed on what they want, which is good. But some people just send me one and then they think it's fine, right? Um, and then like a quick 1 sentence, hey, can you make me a dabbing dog? That's really vague and it's very broad on what you want, right?
Yeah.
And then the second he does something, you guys can be like, oh, well, that's not what I want. When I said a dabbing dog, I wanted a dabbing German Shepherd.
Yeah. I think so I think this goes around, I mean, not just in your particular case, but I think hiring designers in general.
Yeah, no,
Um
this isn't just us or me.
yeah.
This is just This is any kind of service that you want, whether you want a website, whether you want a graphic design, whether you want some kind of an app developed. You have to communicate that, right? You
Yeah.
have to communicate uh, uh, what you want it to look like, what the functions are. It's just general, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know, man. I'm thinking, if people don't follow instructions, I'm just not even going to take their order anymore. And I feel bad saying that because I'm taking the money away from the kid because I know he loves doing this. I just, like I said, I'm just so busy, doing other things. I don't have time to do all this customer support, right?
Yeah, well, at the same time, I think that if you don't have that clear communication, he's going to end up doing like triple the work for how much the original pay was. So in the end, I mean, it's not going to help anybody. If I think it's like you said, I think it's better if you just turn down the work than to accept it for him to only do it 3 to 4 times. I mean,
Because
it's gonna be
if
worse for him.
exactly, because I'm thinking, look, because this is what I told him, right? I was like, look, if I get you some paying clients, do their work first. I'm like, put my own personal stuff to the side. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, well, hey, if you guys aren't going to follow instructions, I'm just going to be, refuse your offer, and I'll just have them do my own personal stuff.
Yeah. No, that's very true. So
Yeah.
here they actually have some top five. The top five vague instructions to give your graphic designer.
Which are, what is this, like
Um,
David Letterman? Well, he has the top 10. You said top five.
yeah. All right. So number one, can you make it pop? Which we actually just talked
Yeah,
about that one, which is
I
pretty
don't know what
funny.
that means.
Number two, there's no umph.
Oh gosh, I've never heard that one, but no, I totally get it.
Number three, it lacks sparkle.
Huh, that's a new one too. Interesting.
Number four, can you make it more stylish?
Hmm.
And the last one, number five, can you jazz it up a bit?
Yeah. See, I don't know what those even can you jazz it up. I remember my colleague used to always say that, right? Oh, can you jazz this up for me? Well, what does that mean? I don't like. Tell me what you want. I mean, is there like a color palette that you want me to use specifically? Like, what do you want? And
Jazz it up.
I don't know, man. I think, like I said, if I'll say this. Look, I'm gonna keep the offer out there, but if you guys can't follow instructions, and I'm sorry, please don't take this personal, but if I can't get specific instructions for you guys, I'm just not even gonna take your order. I'll just give you your money back, and I'll just have him work on my own personal stuff because at the end of the day, I need more designs anyway.
True.
So, but
But
yeah,
I kind of wanted to go back. Let's say you do hire somebody, off the website, off somewhere else, not necessarily Young's guy. The instructions I would say is, I'd probably make it. There's two things. Number one, if you are a designer and you do sell T-shirt designs, I'd probably maybe want to make. What if you made like a Word document type of thing to where like they have to fill out specific terms in order to like submit a design? Like, is this going to be like one color, two color, four color? Like they have to check mark one.
I'm not doing all that,
Is it
man.
going to
Look,
be white or black background? Now, I'm saying like maybe, I mean, maybe necessarily in your case, but if you're a designer and you don't want to go through 5 revisions,
mhm.
and I guess if you have like that clear communication part, that might be something you want to do and have them fill that out. On the opposite end, if you're giving someone instructions, then I mean, I feel like all of those have to be involved. Like, I think that if you're creating a shirt and you have someone that wants something really detailed, but they're not, giving you instructions, it's almost like, well, what? Almost like you're giving them, you can only pick this. It's either it's going to be one color, two color, or four color, or kind of narrowing them down to like it's either going to be in a black shirt or a white shirt, or unless they can pick another one, but at least something to where it's like there are no other options. At least we can kind of narrow it down to what can and cannot be done. But who knows? I mean, every client's different, every designer's different, but you definitely need that communication part that's going to make it work. I
Yeah.
don't know.
No, absolutely. So now I need to message this lady back and tell her that we're gonna have to charge her extra for the revision, and I feel bad having to say that to her because it just because then I'm sure she thinks we're just out here trying to make money. Really, we're not. It's just look, you're making him do extra work, okay? And I've always said he's a student first, okay, and then he's gonna be your designer second, um, and and it's just he's busy as it is, and his time is very valuable, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? There was a lady who hired him not too long ago, and she, oh my gosh, you want to talk about someone who's thorough? Man, she sent three kind of examples of what she was looking for, and then she did a sketch herself of exact
Damn.
like her design was like just it was really just it was wild. It was like basically like a movie scene, right? She was like, I want this element, I want that, and then it needs this and that. And you know what? And he delivered. It took him a while. It took him like 2 weeks to do it because her particular design was just so elaborate,
Yeah.
so very detailed that it took him 2 weeks. But then when she got it, she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is more than I expected." She posted in the Facebook group. I don't know if you saw it. She's like, "Oh man, I just got this design from Young, and this is like it was like about a week or week and a half ago." And she just went. I mean, she was like so grateful,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, those are the
Because
responses you want.
because she did her job in communicating, right? Like I
Yeah.
said, she attached the three samples of what she was looking for, and then she did her own sketch,
Yeah.
and she was just like, "Oh man, this is awesome." She was so grateful.
I think putting like 2 to 3 examples definitely also helps out with the whole thing because if you're starting out from scratch, but at least I mean you know how also you can improve as a designer. Like, yeah, cool. These are the examples. I'm gonna make something better. With these examples you gave me, and at least I know maybe the direction that maybe like the designer was kind of going with, or why this slogan is funny, or what it really means by maybe seeing some of our examples. They don't have to be Amazon links or anything. They could just be straight up Google images, but at least it's something to kind of like
Yeah,
get some kind of reference to. But I think that would definitely help. Maybe at least
absolutely,
like 2 or 3 examples.
absolutely. But yeah, so to top, so the moral of the show, guys, again, please, and I keep repeating myself because I know people are going to think that I'm personally attacking them, which I'm not. But it's just just a PSA. It's not just my designer, just any designer. Anything that you guys do in life, whether you're hiring a brand new roofer or carpenter, just communicate with them the way you want it built or the way you want it designed, and that'll just it'll speak volumes. And I promise you, they will deliver exactly what you want.
Are you a Seinfeld fan?
I'm not a TV guy, you know that.
Oh man, I was gonna give you a Seinfeld example, but never mind.
Well, give me an example. I mean, I know the show.
Okay.
I'll be lying if I said I never watched it. But
Well, he hired somebody to like redesign or and fix up the kitchen, and then so he
uh
wasn't like thorough on what he wanted, and he comes back in, and there's just like a full thing built up to where there's like stools now and like a place to sit, and there's like it's like a weird like cupboard thing, and like it's just like totally different kitchen than like what. So the guy had to like redo it all over again. But that's what happens when like you're not thorough in your instructions of what you really want. Someone could think something totally different and then build up this who knows what
yeah, yeah,
design or whatever else. Like you said, roofer and stuff. That's what made me think like people doing other jobs for you, and next thing you know, something totally different. All right, this one's random. Here's one of the things you don't tell a graphic designer.
okay. What is
Can
it?
you do lots of different versions? I think I know what I want when I see it.
Oh yeah, no, come on, right? Because now you're asking them to do like five variations, and then
Oh man, I had to do that in when I worked. They just wanted to see like that's one of the things that my boss used to say is like, I'm creative and I have these ideas, but like when I see it, I know exactly what I want. Like, and I'm like, yeah, but how many samples are there gonna be? like
Yeah,
5 or 6 different examples. I mean,
absolutely. I mean, obviously, if they're paying for it, yeah, deliver those 5 mock-ups. But there's no reason. I mean, and everyone has their own way of doing business, whether you're a designer or some kind of a service provider. But it really just depends on you on how you want to run your business. But I mean, if you're gonna do 5 mock-ups or 5 variations, charge them for it, right? And
yeah.
just and we talked about this in the past, on the show. But if you're an up and coming designer, don't do any work for free. I don't care if it's your freaking Aunt Sally or Uncle Joe. No, seriously, right? Charge them, and if they respect you, they'll pay you, right? Maybe give them a family discount, but never do anything for free. Like, know your worth and know your value, right?
Well,
Don't
that's what
just
I think. You always get those people that are like, well, that's why I think a lot of people don't want to pay graphic designers is because like they could just be. You always hear it all the time. Well, my uncle so and so, like he's designed some stuff once in a while. Like I'm sure he can knock it out.
right, but
And
then
then after you end up with like a crappy design.
that. But we also talked about the international marketplaces like Fiverr and stuff like that, right? That just ruined the marketplace for real designers, right? I mean, we
Yeah.
had we had what's his name a while back who claimed to be a designer on Fiverr, and then I don't know why he agreed to come on the show, but everything that we preached, um, um, about Fiverr was dead on. And by the way, I'm not here to try and ruin anyone's reputation, okay? But he actually provides a graphic design service for the merch community,
Yeah.
right? So I would say definitely do your background research on people that you buy products and services from,
And
right?
as far as the new designers coming out, like you were talking about the designers coming out of school, you're gonna hear it a lot. Like, I can't I can't necessarily pay you right now. But if you do this, you will get some exposure and some
Come on, man. But no, good topic as always, man. No, again, I feel really bad for even talking about it, but I just feel like I need to let people know, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's good. I think it's very relatable in the platform that we're on. And as far as like outsourcing or even if you're doing it yourself,
Hmm.
at least you know what goes into it. Simple designs and complex designs. It's a lot of different work, and yeah, you have to be thorough in in what you want, really.
Absolutely, man. You got any more trips coming up?
Not that I know of, but I'll keep you
I swear,
posted.
man. You go to the Playboy Mansion without me, we're gonna have some issues between you and me.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Okay,
We don't want issues.
we're gonna have some serious problems.
I want to make sure to get young with the ladies.
What you got going on for Thanksgiving?
I'm probably just gonna be, visiting with the family. I don't know yet for Black Friday. Like, I don't know. I got to do my research to see what kind of stuff is out there, and what I want to do. But at least it's good just to take a break, eat.
Okay,
Unfortunately, it's like crappy Cowboys playing as usual. So,
Cowboys and the Lions
oh yeah, every
every.
year. Now they threw in like a random NFL Network game in there, and it's just like randomness. I don't even know.
So you may or may not go out to the stores on Friday. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I might not. I don't know yet. I got to do my research and see. I got to see what's out there.
Okay. For me, I was, I keep, I swear, man, people up in Oregon probably hate me. I was supposed to go up to East Oregon, but the way things are looking right now, I don't think I'm gonna make it up there. So I'll be local. I'll be here in the Bay Area for Thanksgiving. I might take off for a couple of days afterwards, but I'll be around. I'll be around. If you guys want to invite me over for Thanksgiving dinner, I'm, I'm, I'm more than welcome to accept your invitation.
And eat your food.
Eat your food. But cool, man. Well, hey, it's good to see you back home uh, from San Jose. Uh, God knows I didn't get a chance to hang out with you.
I know. I was only there for 2 days, so
It doesn't
next time I'll be there longer.
matter.
Because
If I go to El Paso, the first thing I'm going to do is go to your house and use your restroom.
we have nothing else here.
Huh?
And as long as you're not taking like a fat dump, then I
Uh,
guess we're fine.
we're going to send me to Starbucks to take a dump now, because
Maybe.
you can do that now, right?
No.
You you could just walk into Starbucks now and just use their bathroom without.
Well, that's good to know.
So, so cool, man. We'll have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Next week, um, I'll be back with RJ, Matt, and Matt to do the Average Joe show. Have you checked out the shows, the first two episodes?
No, I haven't. I just got
Yeah,
back, so
no
I will.
respect, no
I
respect for
will.
you.
I will. I will.
Um, but have a wonderful Thanksgiving, guys, and then we'll be back next week for another show.
All right. See ya.